on. Well, give me some different music, Jack, because this ain't no regular Mason and Ireland show. The 710 combo plate is on. Sedano and Kap splitting hours and joining Mason this afternoon on an Ultra Reaction Monday as we recap it all. Rams disaster in Green Bay. Season's over, right, Mace? Yeah, that's good music for that. Plus, Mace won't have to retire now because USC fired the DC. Jack. LAFC continues to win in the playoffs. The one bright spot from an LA sports weekend. And Saturday night, not good for the Lakers in Orlando. What will happen tonight in Miami? Let's get it going. The 710 combo plate with Mason and Sedano and Kap right now.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Wow, good afternoon.
There you go. So George Sedano is here,
I
filling
am.
in for Ireland for an hour.
Yeah.
And then Cappy's come. I said to Matt Burke just a minute ago, it's me and Sedano, and then it's me and Cappy. He's good. Oh, you and Cappy.
Yeah.
That was the reaction.
So you're going to get, this is the way I look at it, it's a combo plate.
Yes.
You will get the nutritious part of your meal for the first hour, and then it's all sugar and desserts after that.
It is all dessert.
Yeah.
It's a dessert buffet.
Yeah.
As we lead up to Lakers and Miami. Now, we do something around here, Sedano.
We do.
The Fifth Row Fridays. Do you know the Fifth Row Fridays?
I'm familiar with it.
We are giving away on Friday a pair of tickets to see Lakers versus Memphis.
Really?
At Crypto.com Arena. It is an in-season tournament game,
right?
Which is exciting.
Yeah. So the new court will be out there.
The new court will be out there.
Yeah.
And all you got to do is pay attention to everything. Oh, that's all? Just pay attention to everything? Yes.
Yes.
Something we say on today's show, tomorrow's show, Wednesday show, the rest of the week. If you can answer all five, Friday at 3:30, you will have a chance. You will win tickets to the Fifth Row, and those are seats better than John Ireland and Michael Thompson.
Definitely the case.
And Friday we did this, and it was a super tough quiz. Like, we chose really, really tough questions from last week. Bergman, the guy,
got them all. He had notes. He got every single one of them right.
Bam, got every single
First
one.
caller.
First caller.
And we had someone call in earlier in the week, too, that was saying, like, I would rather be the seventh caller because I wanted everybody to get it all wrong ahead of me, and then I get it there.
No, this guy nailed it.
Yeah.
One take.
That's why you don't want to be the seventh.
One take,
guy,
Tom.
It was just bam.
Yeah.
Bam.
And by the way, that game is November 14th, so next Tuesday.
Oh, next Tuesday. Okay, excellent.
Yeah.
So make sure you pay attention to everything for that. We'll do a little Lakers. I want to start out, though, with some football. We were just doing some football.
Yeah.
I had guaranteed that I would retire if Alex Grinch was still the defensive coordinator at USC.
I did not know that,
to start
but that's
the year.
funny.
And
The Grinch.
the only reason I made that bet was that I had people telling me that he was already fired. He was going to be relieved of his duties.
Right.
They just didn't think it was going to be mid-season.
Yeah.
But they didn't anticipate getting boat raced by Washington on Saturday night at the Coliseum.
It was so bad. And it sucks because, again, the offense pulled its weight, right? Like, that's the thing. And then most weeks, outside of the bad Notre Dame game, right?
Yeah, they were terrible in that
They're
game.
allowed to have a bad game.
Sure,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, at some point, you would think the other side of the ball can pick you up occasionally.
No.
It has not happened. It did not happen. And look, I'm not here to dance on anyone's grave.
No,
I don't like
me either.
doing that stuff. But the reality is this, to Travis's point, the most casual of casual observers was like, yo, that defense stinks. And now here we are. Like, it unfortunately came to this situation. But I just think the fact they wasted Caleb and that offense for another year, just a bad look. Hopefully it's with Malachi next year, the offense will be firing again, but they need to fix that defense in a big way. It's a big hire.
Yeah, it is a really critical hire to see what they do to replace Alex Grinch.
What do you want, like, from your defense? Do you like an aggressive defense? Like, you want them blitzing like 100 times a game? Not 100 literally, but you get my point?
Yeah.
Or do you want like one of these guys who's like a schematic genius? Now, granted, they're kids, so it's tough, right? Like, these aren't pro players. Like, where he mixes up the coverages and stuff. You never know what's coming. Or do you want just a guy that's going to raise hell and bring the house every time?
I want somebody that's not going to give up explosive plays. That's the most important thing to me. They've given up more 20-plus yard plays than any team in Division I.
Just cut them in half and you'll be fine.
Cut them in half.
Right.
You know the guy that I was looking at today as a potential replacement?
Oh, let me see. Who's the name?
D'Antone Lynn.
Stop it. I knew you were going to say his name. And stop
Lynn
it.
From UCLA.
Not happening. Just
33
shut your mouth.
years old.
Get it out of the universe.
Excellent.
Doesn't exist.
You didn't.
No.
I saved this.
No.
I didn't even tell him during
that's great.
I
during the
knew you were going to
pre-show
say
meeting.
that,
I knew
and
who he was immediately when you
absolutely
said it.
not. We finally have a good defensive
yes,
coordinator.
yes.
You're not going to SC,
He
okay?
is going to SC.
Okay?
Let's do
Leave
it,
him where he
D'Antone.
is. He's totally happy because
33
once
years
Chip
old.
Kelly eventually goes, D'Antone Lynn can take over the whole
is
thing.
that the-
that's the idea.
Is that the
Is he the
premise?
coach in waiting?
That's I think so. Why not?
Yeah.
He's
You want me
great.
to ask the AD? I'm friendly with him.
Can you text him?
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, Martin. What do we think
Mark,
of Lynn as
Marty.
head coach in a couple
I
of years?
don't think Chip Kelly's going anywhere anytime soon.
No, I
I
don't
don't
think
either.
so.
Yeah.
But I think D'Antone Lynn is definitely going to be a candidate at USC.
No, absolutely not.
Plus, it'd be funny.
Has that ever happened? Like a coordinator?
Ken Norton has been at
Ken
both
Norton was
USC
at both.
and UCLA. He's back at UCLA now.
Right.
Yeah, but he's done both.
Right.
Yeah.
But I mean, was he the coordinator when he made the move? Or was he just like the linebacker?
What about
coach?
Norm
Linebacker.
Chow? Did not Norm Chow do
Norm
that?
Chow was the
OC at UCLA.
and then he was at UCLA also. Yeah, in his down years.
Right.
Yeah, they were down years when he was there. All right, so we got a lot to get to.
What do we got,
Sedano.
Mace? Come on,
Well,
give it to me.
I'll tell you what we're going to do next. I have got a
Already?
list.
We're going to break?
Yeah, it's that time.
Wow. You pay attention to the clock?
I try to.
Okay.
I
Well, does
try
Cappy
to.
actually let you get to the
No,
phone?
he never does. So there's that.
So I want to
He
do
tells
this.
these long, drawn-out stories that
Good
last
luck.
7 minutes.
Yeah, good. And he always does it with like 60 seconds left in the
Where he
break.
just
All right,
rambles.
Cappy,
This
30
segment.
seconds.
Yeah.
Go. And then 4
Laura
minutes later.
literally told him one time a couple weeks ago. She said, "Hey, when you hear the music, we have 60 seconds to end the show."
To end the show.
He started talking for 90 when the music came on. Because
All right, so let me tell you about what I want to talk about.
Well, you know what I hate? We'll do one today. There'll be like an out time.
Yeah.
Like nail this out. Well, like you'll go to 57:50. I am so bad at nailing an out time that sometimes at the end I'll go 4, 3, 2, 1.
I'm good at hitting the
I'm
post.
sure you're good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but,
I'm sure you're good.
I mean,
I'm
before
terrible.
Cappy, I was great at it. Yeah.
Yeah. Before that.
Yeah. BK.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Coming up next, biggest problem for the Lakers in their Saturday night loss in Orlando as they get ready to face Miami tonight. We'll do that coming up next for you. The perfect winter getaway starts at Hyundai Getaway Sales Event, where you find our best deals on the Hyundai you've always wanted. Plus, every new Hyundai comes with America's best warranty and 3 years or 36,000 miles of complimentary maintenance. For confidence now and miles down the road, get in, get away with a great deal. It's your journey. Own every mile at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Visit buyhyundai.com or see your SoCal Hyundai dealer today. Again, it is your journey. Learn more at HyundaiUSA.com or call 562-314-4603 or contact your Hyundai dealer for additional details. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
All right, guys, it's officially back. Fifth Row Fridays presented by BBGO.
That's the official game day snack of the Lakers, by the way. And this is the best thing we give away. Fifth row seats to a Laker game. How many times do people come up to us and say, hey, give me Laker tickets?
Yes.
We don't have them. I don't even have them, but you can win them if you listen every day.
And these seats are better than the seats that you and Michael have, right?
15 rows better.
Yeah.
Michael and I are like row 20. So here's how you win. You listen every day to all the shows and take notes. If you can answer 5 questions about what happened on the show that day, you're eligible to win.
And don't forget, on Fridays, your chance to call in all 5 right answers, and you are in the fifth row at Crypto.com Arena for a Lakers game.
For free!
The return of Million Dollar Mondays.
$1 Million Mondays.
Your chance to win $1 million from 710 ESPN.
Listen every Monday this football season for your chance at $1 million. $1 Million Mondays.
Presented by Hollywood Park Casino. Eat, drink, play.
Listen every Monday to 710 ESPN. When you hear the cue to call, be caller number 7. Give us your Super Bowl prediction, both teams and the final score, and you could be winning $1 million this football season on LA's $1 million mega sports station, 710 ESPN.
All right, guys, it's officially back. Fifth Row Fridays presented by BBGO.
That's the official game day snack of the Lakers, by the way. And this is the best thing we give away. Fifth row seats to a Laker game. How many times do people come up to us and say, hey, Give me Laker tickets.
Yes.
We don't have them. I don't even have them, but you can win them if you listen every day.
And these seats are better than the seats that you and Michael have, right?
15 rows better.
Yeah.
Michael and I are like row 20. So here's how you win. You listen every day to all the shows and take notes. If you can answer 5 questions about what happened on the show that day, you're eligible to win.
And don't forget, on Fridays, your chance to call in all 5 right answers, and you are in the 5th row at Crypto.com Arena for a Lakers game.
For free!
So here's a question for you.
Yeah.
And I sometimes ask these random questions. By the way, it's a combo plate today. Yeah. Me and Sedano, then me and Cap a little bit later on, leading up to Lakers versus Miami. So is there a difference between caramel and butterscotch? And if so, what is the difference?
Well, I would say
caramel is kind of
is it
like
caramel
butterscotch.
Or caramel?
Totally a different flavor all the way around.
No, I don't think they are.
Oh,
I think they're the same flavor.
It's
different.
No, a different flavor. Butterscotch is
gross.
Is less sweet.
Butterscotch is the most delicious flavor.
And it's thicker.
Yeah.
Caramel's consistency is more liquidy.
Because we've been eating sundaes for dessert.
Yeah.
And
donuts. You went with Sundays.
No donuts.
Now.
Went with Sundays. Yeah. But can't find butterscotch topping.
I mean, butterscotch is kind
delicious.
of old timey.
So we've been going caramel.
Yeah.
Or you say
it's caramel.
Caramel. Or
Yeah.
it's caramel.
Caramel.
There's an A there. You're
caramel,
missing the A.
Caramel is like is that like an Ohio thing?
Second A is silent.
Yeah.
Caramel.
Not silent.
Yeah.
So this has
My wife calls it that too. And
Does she?
It must be a white people thing. But no, Brian's white, and so's Greg for that matter.
Yeah. Change it every
I don't know.
time.
It's not. I don't think it's a white person.
So
thing.
caramel is made with white granulated sugar and cooked to 340 degrees, whereas butterscotch is made with brown sugar and cooked to 289 degrees.
So they're similar.
But different.
Similar but different. Yeah.
Two things can be true at once.
Yes, they can.
As someone says.
When Sedano is here, 2 things can definitely be true at once.
That's the case.
All right, so Lakers on Saturday in Orlando got just stomped by the Magic, and now this is consistent.
Yeah.
They come out of the box so slow,
right,
with no energy, and fall into a ditch right away in virtually every game. If it's not every game, it's virtually every game.
And the rebounding has been an issue in most games, and second chance points has been an issue in most games. They just, they are playing with fire. Now, granted, they're hurt, but
Hachimura, maybe.
A lot of guys
do we
are hurt,
know,
though.
is Hachimura going to play tonight?
Not that I heard.
No?
So I heard Rui's closer. Torian Prince probably could be back.
He's back. Torian Prince is back.
Right.
Jackson Hayes is out.
Right. And
no word on Rui.
Vando's going to be a while.
Yeah.
To my knowledge.
Because what Ham pointed out is rebounding is about effort and fire
he went
fight
at it
and
in
all
the
that
postgame.
stuff,
Yep.
and they did not have it. They're not matching the other team's energy when they come out into the floor.
Right, and I think part of it is, you're going to Orlando. You're like, we got them the last time.
Yep.
We'll get them this time. And I think that kind of also plays a factor. Where I've been saying this for now 2 seasons, second season.
Right.
Every NBA team, Mace, has got a guy that can snatch a win from you.
Yeah.
And the Magic have that, whether it's Banchero or even Wagner or Franz. Not Mo. But
Mo. Mo's there.
He's
but
nice.
He's not snatching.
He's like a solid little
he's not
player.
snatching victories.
No, but Franz and Paolo are.
Franz is the younger of the two, right?
Correct.
It must be hard to be the older brother when your son's really or when your brother's really lighting it up.
How about LaMelo Ball? He's the best of the bunch.
Yeah, no, best of the bunch. It must not feel good.
I mean, I think
to have somebody
those guys
else
loved it.
Go nuts.
Yeah.
All
but
right.
are you the youngest?
I'm the oldest.
Oh, so are you speaking from experience? Is what you're saying?
Correct.
So you didn't like that your other brothers were better than you at certain things?
Oh, wait! Don't get me wrong. I was better at everything than my brothers,
except anything like physical.
Oh no, I had my day.
Sports.
No, my brother kicked my ass.
I mean, I was just
my
gonna
brother
say,
Brian kicked my ass.
Yeah, he was really talented at pickleball.
Very, very good athlete. Natural. Like my dad was an unbelievable athlete.
Right.
I don't know. I must skip a generation.
Yeah, but aren't the older brother or the younger brothers are usually the better, right? Like Taylor Griffin was worse than Blake Griffin, and Taylor was the older one, right?
Where's
that
Giannis?
was just the first one that's coming
Where's
to my head.
Giannis fit into the Antetokounmpo
Oh well, he's
family?
he's the oldest.
He's the oldest.
Yeah, so it's not always the case.
No, it's not always the case.
Yeah.
Were you the oldest?
Oh, I'm the youngest.
You're the youngest.
Yeah.
Were you better than everybody?
I wouldn't say better.
Are you better now? Like, did you wind up better than your siblings?
I don't know. I wouldn't say that either. My siblings all did their thing, but I would say that I got more leeway because I was the last one.
I got no leeway
Yeah.
because I was the first one. I mean, there was no way. I'd never drank in high school. I never
really?
partied in high school.
We had Cisco when we were like going to quinces and stuff like that.
I was home at exactly
in
right
the parking lots of these like banquet halls and stuff,
Like the
and
singer?
MD 2020 and like all that stuff.
Like Thong Song Cisco? Same guy?
No, like Cisco the drink, bro. Are you familiar?
No, I don't know.
Oh, go Google that.
Yeah.
Cisco, is it spelled the same way as Cisco, the Thong Song Cisco?
I don't remember. I think it is. No, it's CISCO.
CISCO.
Yeah.
I don't know that one.
Did you see that
It's a
one?
liquor drink.
Did you see that one coach who on the sidelines for the Philly
Strawberry wine? That's what you're drinking?
No. That stuff is not strawberry wine. That stuff is liquid crack. Okay.
So Eagles assistant Matt Leo, did you see this story?
No.
Was tripped up on the sidelines during the Philly Dallas
Cowboy game. Yeah.
And you could see like this sort of red/pink at his belt line.
Mm-hmm.
And the speculation began, oh my God, there's an Eagles assistant coach wearing a thong.
Right.
Turns out he came out and actually addressed it.
Thonggate? He addressed it?
He addressed it.
I saw that last night. I was like, oh, come on, that's a thong.
He went on to Instagram to clarify that it was not the case. It was not a thong. He credited the underwear company that gave him the underwear, and he says, and if you look at it closely, apparently it's a regular waistband.
Oh, well, there you go.
A jockstrap.
Is that what it is? A jockstrap?
I don't know.
Why is he wearing a jockstrap?
It looked,
He's not playing.
I mean, it looked weird. I think it's funny that something so random can all of a sudden turn into.
Oh my God! Anything could be a viral moment.
Like,
now.
did you see DeMar Hamlin on Sunday Night Football last night? At one point, they were talking, and it was great. DeMar Hamlin was on the sidelines,
Right.
and we remember what happened the last time. So they cut away to him. I'll show you this at the break. I'll tweet it out. While they're talking about him, they do a close-up of DeMar Hamlin, and he's picking his teeth, right? And then he eats whatever was in his teeth.
Right.
And it's like the most awkward, weird, like of all the cutaways.
Right. If you're the director there of Sunday Night Football, maybe it's like, hey, let's hold off on DeMar
till he's done picking his teeth.
Right.
Yeah. Very funny, though.
Yeah.
Very funny. All right. So I think, though, the Lakers tonight in Miami,
they should win.
They should win.
Well, Jimmy's banged up already. They have no Caleb Martin.
He's questionable, right? Jimmy's questionable. Do you think he's going to play?
I mean, I guess he probably will try to play, but he's not healthy, so there's already that. And no Caleb Martin, who's their sixth man. So
right. That's why on my fantasy team, Duncan Robinson has been really good.
Duncan Robinson has looked good since the playoffs.
Yeah.
They've kind of resuscitated Duncan Robinson out of necessity.
How is your fantasy basketball team?
I'm right there behind you.
Are you?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a battle this year?
I think you and me and I think Trudell is in that top 4 or 5 somewhere.
Trudell told me my team was awful. He looked at my roster, said my team is awful.
I don't know if your team is awful. I just don't know how sustainable your run is going to be with this particular group.
Why do you think?
I just, I don't remember player for player at the
it's
moment.
Brilliantly constructed.
We'll
a
see.
lot of
We'll see how
scouting.
it goes. A long season.
I looked at a lot of film.
You've also played more games, I think, than almost anyone.
That is true. Well, not than the first place team.
Yeah.
The first place team has played the most games,
Right.
which is a trick.
Right.
A trick.
Right. Because you only have basically the way our league works, it's a roto league, so it means each position plays 82 games.
Right.
So if you start front loading a lot of positions and you're switching guys in and out, you're going to run out of games.
You're burning up games.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
I have only 66 games. I have way down that at this point and still in third.
I don't even know how many games. I'll check that.
Yeah.
I'll check that. All right, coming up next, going to spin the wheel of questions. It is my
Going to
question,
break already?
of course. Yeah, I'm
Again?
going to.
This
I'm
is
going to.
very early.
Wow. I'll go whenever I
5
want.
minutes early.
It is
I'll
your
go
show.
whenever I want.
It's your show,
It is
buddy.
still my show.
You do whatever you want.
All right, so we'll do Wheel of Questions coming up next. Mason in Ireland. Sedano is in for Ireland. 710 ESPN.
Mace, let me tell you about my friends at NextGen, the
Yeah.
official AC Heat and Plumbing company of SoCal sports fans. That's right, NextGen is absolutely the best in the biz, and they have thousands of 5-star online reviews to prove it. And my guy Ishmael, okay, what a story here. He's one of you guys, man. He is a Southern California kid, born and raised in Anaheim, started off as a tech, now the CEO of his own AC Heat and Plumbing company, man. That's how you do it, all right? And here's the other part. 10 locations across the Southland. So whether you're in the desert, the IE, Orange County, LA County, they got you covered. 400 trucks will hook you up. And speaking of hooking you up, right now you get a 28-point full heat and AC safety inspection and tune-up for only $44. That's a limited time through the end of this month, through November 30th. That's right, only $44 to ensure your system stays running strong all year long. They'll even throw in a free air filter at no extra charge. And if you're sick of dealing with a slow drain, how about a drain cleaning with a camera inspection for only $44? Guys, never seen before pricing through November 30th. Call them at 833-3-NEXT-GEN. That's 833-3-NEXT-GEN, okay? AC, heat, plumbing. You got it. You need it. They got it. So take care of it. Say goodbye to your AC, heat, and plumbing problems. Call NextGen at 833-3-NEXT-GEN. That's 833-3-NEXGEN. Or visit them online at nextgenairandplumbing.com to schedule your appointment.
All right, guys, it's officially back. Fifth Row Fridays presented by BBGO.
That's the official game day snack of the Lakers, by the way. And this is the best thing we give away. Fifth row seats to a Laker game. How many times do people come up to us and say, hey, give me Laker tickets? Yes. We don't have them. I don't even have them, but you can win them if you listen every day.
And these seats are better than the seats that you and Michael have, right?
15 rows better.
Yeah.
Michael and I are like row 20. So here's how you win. You listen every day to all the shows and take notes. If you can answer 5 questions about what happened on the show that day, you're eligible to win.
And don't forget, on Fridays, your chance to call in all 5 right answers, and you are in the fifth row at Crypto.com Arena for a Lakers game.
For free!
The return of Million Dollar Mondays.
$1 Million Mondays.
Your chance to win $1 million from 710 ESPN.
Listen every Monday this football season for your chance at $1 million. $1 Million Mondays.
Presented by Hollywood Park Casino. Eat, drink, play.
Listen every Monday to 710 ESPN. When you hear the cue to call, be caller number 7. Give us your Super Bowl prediction, both teams and the final score, and you could be winning $1 million this football season on LA's $1 million mega sports station, 710 ESPN.
And online right now, Mike Gonzalez from Long Beach. Mike, welcome to the show. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mace. I'm excited to win.
Awesome. Well, just for playing along, you've already got 2 tickets to SoFi Stadium for a couple of weeks. See a game there, a Rams game. In the meantime, your Super Bowl prediction, 2 teams and a final score, Mike.
I'm taking Detroit Lions versus the Jacksonville Jaguars. Lions 23, Jags 20.
All right, Mike Gonzalez, Long Beach, Detroit 23, Jacksonville 20. Interesting combination, Mike. You got as good a chance as anybody. Thanks a lot for playing along, man. We appreciate you.
All right. No, appreciate you guys. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
What did he pick? Jacksonville and what?
He picked Detroit 23, Jacksonville 20.
That's an interesting one.
Yeah, it is. I heard earlier today somebody picked Jacksonville as the winning pick for the Super Bowl.
They did it on Travis and Sliwa. They had
Jacksonville over San Francisco?
Jacksonville over San Francisco 27-24. There's a lot of people earlier took the Dolphins, and I just don't think that's the case anymore.
Well, no, they're like a Ferrari. It's great on the highway or freeway, but when you have to drive on some uneven gravel, it's not going to go the same way.
Yeah, no, and I think, having beaten a winning team, all that kind of stuff is going on now with Miami. Cincinnati looks like the team that is...
No, Baltimore.
I think Cincinnati is ascending.
No,
Cincinnati
they are
looks
ascending.
Really
but
good.
Baltimore has literally been leading in every game this season. They've given up 9 touchdowns the entire season out of 105 possessions that teams have had against them. The only team that's had a better run through 9 games defensively is the 2000 Ravens with Ray Lewis and all those guys.
Okay, well,
Baltimore is the real deal.
In lieu of that, I wanted to say this.
In lieu, not in light of.
In light of. In lieu or in light of? Which one am I looking at?
I don't remember.
Depends on what you want to talk about.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me just say this.
Go ahead.
If you don't have one of those guys, you're not going to compete long term in the NFL.
Nope. You need a quarterback.
You need one of those guys. You need, when you get down to it, you need Mahomes or Josh Allen or Joe Burrow or Lamar or Jalen Hurts. You need one of those guys. And the Rams clearly, the Rams lost yesterday in one of the ugliest football games certainly since Jeff Fisher was the head coach of the Rams. Just an hard-to-watch game. But they've got to start thinking about who their quarterback is going to be long-term because it's not...
You used in lieu in the right way, by the way.
Is that right?
Yes, because you're talking about instead of, right?
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Wheel of questions. Let's go ahead and give it a spin, Brian.
Cappy would never use in lieu, right, if he had a chance.
No.
He doesn't know what it means.
Right, that's fair. He would actually admit that, too.
Yeah, no, he would. Yeah. He'd ask for an explanation. All right, so here's the question. If you saw... What would you do if you saw someone crying on the street? So in other words...
Like a stranger.
A stranger. So you're walking down the street and there's someone on the sidewalk who's just kind of sobbing to themselves.
Okay, is it... Now, this is going to... Okay, I'm just trying to think. Like, is it like a child?
Nope.
Okay, an adult.
A grown-up. A grown-up is crying.
Because a child
is
different, right? At that
100%.
point, like, immediately you're like, hey, buddy, everything okay? Or, whatever.
Go into parent mode.
Right. An adult.
Let's say it's like a 35-year-old.
Okay, 35-year-old just on the sidewalk.
Yep.
Crying.
I'd
be like, I just would say, are you okay?
That you would actually involve yourself.
Well, I just
because a lot of people would just walk by saying, "I don't know." What's going on there.
If it's just a random person in the middle of the sidewalk, just crying to themselves, right?
Yeah.
And they look like, I think you could tell when someone is in real desperation.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So I would be like, "Is everything okay?" Like just something like that. Yes, I would probably ask.
Right.
Yeah.
Bergman, what about you? Would you actually say something to the person who's sobbing on the sidewalk?
I think I'd like to say yes, but it depends on where I am. If I'm downtown, probably not.
Oh, really? Why not downtown?
Because you're saying there's just a lot of...
There's too much riffraff?
I feel like
my
that's
grandma would say
on a regular
riffraff.
basis down here. There's riffraff.
Perhaps some mental health issues is what you're
sure.
saying with
There's
some of the people
more
walking
than
around?
meets the eye out down here. But if I was in my area, I'd say, hey, is everything all right? You doing okay?
So you would.
Yeah,
Brian,
of course.
would you say something?
I think so, yeah. I think I would, just the general, you all right, but then also secretly hope they don't want anything.
Oh, no. Agreed.
I don't really want to be involved.
Right. You don't want to go too far. You just want to be polite.
Right.
I'm with you on that. Now, you would walk right past.
I'd ignore it.
Yeah.
I totally ignore it. I don't want any part of it.
Yeah. No, I would be Brian. I would be like, I'd ask, but I'd be like, please don't involve me too far.
It'd be like one of those things where you're actually walking. Are you okay? You doing all right?
No. But I think what you do is, if they do start to involve you, and you just be like, let's say something like, oh, you should call someone to get help.
Right.
Like, who can we call to help you? Right?
Sure.
Yeah.
That way I can then be removed from the situation.
Now you're in it.
that.
When you
now
say,
you're in it.
who can we call?
Right.
Now you're in
now
it.
you're
Now
a we.
you're
Who
involved.
can you call?
Yeah, now you're a
to
we
get yourself
officially.
settled out here.
So I would not say anything. Juan would immediately try to help.
Right.
That's his thing. He's like the helper guy.
Okay. Good for Juan.
Like we were at a hotel once, and there was this lady crying. This is kind of a sad story. Should I tell it?
I mean, go ahead.
Okay. It's
As long as he doesn't care.
Dad's gone.
Ireland would tell this
Is
story.
the lady care?
No, the lady, I don't know where she is now.
Yeah,
So there we are. We're at this hotel pool, and there's this lady in a lounge chair crying and crying and crying.
No.
And so finally, I don't know what's going on, but I didn't want to approach her.
Right.
Juan did.
Yeah.
So get this.
Yeah.
They're at this hotel in Hawaii, and her husband died.
What?
While they were on vacation.
Oh, my God.
So she's at the pool crying and crying. It's
of
like,
course.
thank God Juan said something.
Yeah.
And later on, like 3 days later, we found ourselves on a boat with the ashes being this perfect stranger, but we were at the spot where the ashes were being scattered.
That's very sweet, actually.
It was. She was a very nice lady. I felt
Oh, my
so
God.
bad for her.
That's insane.
On vacation of all places. Terrible.
Right.
So that's kind of sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a sad
But good
one.
for you guys.
Yeah.
Well, good for Juan,
Good
really.
for Juan.
Because
It's
you
not
didn't
good for
want
me.
anything to do with it.
I would have totally ignored it.
All right, what's
Give me
next?
another drink. So the mustache, are you getting it or no?
It's wispy. It doesn't even look like... I had to look closer
It's a shadow.
initially. Yeah.
Am I going to win?
The worst one, yeah.
Yeah, the worst one. I got a shot.
Yeah.
Bergman, I got a shot.
Yeah, I mean, but it's only like 4 days old?
6.
I mean,
6 days old.
6 days old? Yeah, so, I mean, you got some time.
You didn't have to shave your beard.
Nope.
So
The Raiders won.
That bet was you
Raiders
and
back.
your lady friend.
Right,
Raiders
so your
back.
lady friend's going to dress like what?
Yeah, I think
A
I was
gorilla?
gonna save it for What's Up, Fool, but I'll do it here. She backed out.
What?
Wow.
Whoa.
She backed out.
Oh,
because-
that should be cause for concern in the relationship.
Okay, this was what my question for What's Up, Fool was going to be, but since you're here,
Yeah, spin the
Sedano,
wheel of questions. Go
yeah,
ahead.
You got the wheel?
Yeah, hit it again.
Oh, is it only one question for wheel of questions?
Hell, it's combo
it's-
play.
it's-
we can do as many
whatever we
wheel
want
of
it to be.
questions as we want.
Yeah.
She said because Daniel Jones got injured and it was DeVito that she would never bet on it.
Oh, well, actually, that's an interesting caveat. I hadn't thought of that.
Okay, wait, hold on. But Daniel Jones started and was playing. He got injured in the game.
I will say, though, DraftKings this year has been refunding bets on players that have got hurt.
Oh.
In the middle of the game?
Yeah, like Nick Chubb, Aaron Rodgers,
There you go.
parlays, yeah.
There you go. So she may have maybe not a reason to review the relationship.
Yeah, interesting.
But I should ask for something still.
You should. Well, she should have to do
Something. She doesn't have to do the gorilla thing, but maybe we can. We have to
I
come
always
up with
thought that
something
was
else.
she was getting the short end of the deal. You have to shave. She has to dress like a gorilla in a tutu.
It was really weird.
It was a weird bet.
I mean,
great bet.
was that some sort of fantasy you had conjured
No,
up?
it was,
or
just,
what happened
it was
there?
just funny.
You kind of a
I wondered,
furry and
seeing somebody in a gorilla costume in a pink tutu jumping around in a crowded area saying I'm a pretty
But why
princess
would you want?
It's very funny.
Why would you want your lady friend to?
Very
do that?
specific,
It's
too.
so specific. It is so
it was
weird.
supposed to be it was when we just started talking to each other, so it was supposed to be like fun and it wasn't something like, oh, it's a massage bet. Like it was something, it was something.
Why did
silly.
you have that like weird voice there?
Massage
Because
bet.
at the beginning.
What's that mean? I'm sure she. Why would a massage not be a good thing to bet?
That would be a good thing to bet when it's you just starting out. You can't do a massage bet on like one of your first topics of conversation.
Well, how long have you been seeing lady friend? Said
Now?
lady friend. Yeah.
But we made we made this in sometime in August, and it's been since August. I don't know, whatever that is.
Yeah,
a
I
couple
think
months.
massage bet is a much better bet.
Well, now that would have been.
Yeah, it would have been good.
Now
would have been good.
but not back then.
So I went to see Greg asked me this question. So I, generally speaking, like all movies.
All of them?
I tend
Yeah,
to
it's
not
frustrating.
give bad reviews
Oh,
for movies.
Dude, I saw a prequel. Was it to The Exorcist or Pet Cemetery?
no,
no.
The Exorcist.
There was a more recent one now, but I think it was a prequel to Pet Cemetery.
I saw that on a billboard. Yeah.
Terrible. And also there was an original. This one, The Exorcist, was not a prequel. The one that most
It
recently
was
came out.
a postquel.
Right. So I saw the prequel to The Exorcist, went on a date, walked out.
It was terrible. Was that the
Oh,
one where
the
they're
only
riding
time
a grasshopper and
The only time I've ever walked out of a movie.
that's the only time?
Only time. The prequel to The Exorcist.
The latest Exorcist is supposed to be pretty entertaining. I went to see a couple of movies this last week, and I didn't like them. And Bergman's like,
Whoa.
why didn't you like these movies?
We have controversy.
What is it?
Speaking of entertainment, Ramona asked if we'd ever seen White Lotus.
Of course we have seen White Lotus.
And she says the story you told was the plot to season 1. And Bergman is claiming you stole that from the plot of season 1.
Have you
what
seen
you
White
said
Lotus?
about you and Juan and the lady crying because her husband died.
It's a fact.
pool.
You can question that all you
Okay.
want. But
Did
that
White
lady's
Lotus
husband-
steal it from you?
They might have, yeah. The lady's dead husband was real. That's
Okay.
not made up for White Lotus.
Did you end up
So-
following them to another city in the next episode?
Yeah, nope.
Or the next season?
Didn't go to Sicily next.
No.
So, Bergman, the last two movies I've seen have been
Yeah, it's very weird for you to say that because it's annoying that you love every movie and always give good reviews because you get what the director had to go through.
And yet, when I come back with a less than glowing review, you question why I have less than a glowing review.
Because you normally don't. So that must be a really bad movie.
I wanted to see Dumb Money. Did you
Dumb
watch
Money
it?
was fun.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was
I
funny.
wanted to watch, but it's out of the theaters already.
I didn't
right?
know anything about the
I didn't either.
GameStop thing.
Yeah, I mean, I know that, but I didn't. But I feel like the actors looked interesting, and I love kind of the story.
It was fun. It's a little bit like The Big Short.
Oh, perfect.
It'll be streaming soon, I'm sure.
Yeah, I want to watch that one. I didn't get a chance to get to the theater. It's just been tough.
The one I went to see was The Killer, which is David Fincher, and it's a Michael Fassbender movie. What?
Ramona now says everything you just described happened on White Lotus, even the scattering of the ashes on the boat.
Did you watch
Did you
the
pretend
show?
this, or were you too high?
Did you
Like,
fall
what
asleep
happened?
and thought that you were dreaming about White Lotus and it was you inside the show? Look at your face. I think he did. I think Momo absolutely caught you.
Is this the lie of the day today?
No.
No lie today.
By the way, this, I will get a text from Juan. This is 100% true. That lady's
While you were
husband was
sleeping.
dead.
While you were sleeping.
He was dead.
Oh, that's funny.
It's not
I
the
mean,
plot of
Momo's
White Lotus.
flat
it's for
out
real.
calling you out.
Yeah, good. She'll be here tomorrow. We'll go toe to toe.
You'll have
on that
to deal
one.
with Ramona
Oh, we
tomorrow.
will,
Ramona,
yeah.
there'll be a dealing with you.
Yeah, I'm going to send a text.
Talking to.
I'm going to send a text to Juan verifying
Yes.
the woman with the dead husband at the hotel in Hawaii.
I will wait until Juan responds.
Okay, good.
Because
Good.
I'm going to be leaving soon.
No, that's right.
Yes, because now you got Cappy.
Yeah, and it's finally warmed up in here. There were penguins earlier. Did you touch the
I didn't
heat or
touch
the?
anything, no.
Did somebody turn it up?
I don't know.
This
thing
place
has
is
a
so
mind of its
friggin'
own.
cold.
Yeah. I like it cold. That's why I bring a jacket.
Yeah. So you're going to hang out for Juan's confirmation?
Yeah, I'll wait for Juan's confirmation.
And then Cappy's going to be here for the combo plate as we continue. We're getting ready for Lakers versus Miami. That game, pregame starts at 3?
3
Is that
o'clock.
right?
Momo is very funny.
Yeah.
Mason had superimposed himself onto Jennifer's character.
No, it's absolutely untrue. Absolutely untrue. Cappy's going to join us next. We're going to do some What's Up, Fool. Mason
Oh my
and
God!
Ireland. What?
Crypto Ray also it said Mason's story sounds like an episode of White Lotus.
Well, it does sound like an episode. That doesn't mean it
He
is
had
an
said
episode
that
of White
minutes
Lotus.
ago.
That's
Sleeping.
it. I am texting
You're
one.
asleep.
I'm texting one.
That's amazing.
I'm texting
the
one.
greatest thing
No,
ever.
I mean-
Basically, Ramona says you're Jennifer now from White Lotus.
That's ridiculous. I will demonstrate for a fact.
Okay.
That actually
I will
happened.
stick around for Juan's confirmation.
Okay, good. And Cappy's going to be here. Mason Ireland, 710 ESPN.
All right, guys, it's officially back. Fifth Row Fridays presented by BBGO.
That's the official game day snack of the Lakers, by the way. And this is the best thing we give away. Fifth row seats to a Laker game. How many times do people come up to us and say, hey, give me Laker tickets?
Yes.
We don't have them. I don't even have them, but you can win them if you listen every day.
And these seats are better than the seats that you and Michael have, right?
15 rows better.
Yeah.
Michael and I are like row 20. So here's how you win. You listen every day to all the shows and take notes. If you can answer 5 questions about what happened on the show that day, you're eligible to win.
And don't forget, on Fridays, your chance to call in all 5 right answers, and you are in the fifth row at Crypto.com Arena for a Lakers game.
The return of $1 Million Mondays.
$1 Million Mondays.
Your chance to win $1 million from 710 ESPN.
Listen every Monday this football season for your chance at $1 million. $1 Million Mondays.
Presented by Hollywood Park Casino. Eat, drink, play.
Listen every Monday to 710 ESPN. When you hear the cue to call, be caller number 7. Give us your Super Bowl prediction, both teams and the final score, and you could be winning $1 million this football season on LA's $1 Million Mega Sports Station, 710 ESPN. dude.
Boy, he's on one.
Well, give me some different music, Jack, because this ain't no regular Mason and Ireland show. The 710 combo plate is on. Sedano and Kap splitting hours and joining Mason this afternoon on an Ultra Reaction Monday as we recap it all. Rams disaster in Green Bay. Season's over, right, Mace? Yeah, that's good music for that. Plus, Mace won't have to retire now because USC fired the DC. Jack. LAFC continues to win in the playoffs. The one bright spot from an LA sports weekend. And Saturday night, not good for the Lakers in Orlando. What will happen tonight in Miami? Let's get it going. The 710 combo plate with Mason and Sedano and Kap right now.
2 o'clock caller of the day.
No, actually, we're not doing a 2 o'clock call of the day.
You should call Juan.
Should call one. One has never appeared on the radio. But he did text this. When we were in Hawaii in 2014.
Wait. Let's set the table here for a second.
Okay. And also, Cappy, he needs to understand what's happening.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Cappy, what's up, man?
Yeah.
Sorry, I forgot you jumped on there.
Hold on, Cappy. I'm sticking around because I need confirmation from Juan on this. So basically, Mason told the story about how him and Juan were on vacation in Hawaii.
Yep.
And there was a woman crying on a beach chair, basically, a lounger.
Okay,
and they approached her, and they found out that the woman's husband died.
Aw.
So then they went and even spread his ashes on some boat, like they accompanied her on this. So then Ramona texts and says...
Wait, you know what that sounds like? I mean, to me... Wait, Mason, I saw... Have you ever seen on Netflix... Have you ever seen White Lotus, dude?
Yes, I have.
That sounds like an episode of White Lotus.
You're right.
HBO. So anyway...
Whatever it is.
But the... So Ramona texts that in, and then meanwhile, I went back on my Twitter, and everyone for minutes has been saying the exact same thing.
Yeah.
And you were furious about this. Now, Beto is in here. You were pounding away on your laptop.
I was like, Juan, get back to me.
You said it. You heard the voicemail. You're like, get back.
You called Juan.
Yes.
He did not pick up the phone, and you started firing away texting from your laptop. Like, literally, that laptop just got beat up during the break.
What does Juan have going on that he can't answer the phone?
He's trying to make up another story.
Okay, here's the actual story.
All right, so Juan got back to you. Right.
Oh, this is from White Lotus.
Whoa.
What happened?
Okay, so here's...
I'm confused. It's a different story.
I may have embellished.
Oh! So you did watch an episode of White Lotus High, and you thought it was you.
Here's what he says. When we were in Hawaii one time, there was a woman across the pool crying really, really loud. And I went to her and said, I don't know you, but you need help. I asked if I could help her and give her a hug. She said her husband died the night before in their room, so we helped her all day before her friend could arrive, and she got pretty drunk. Her friend came and said, oh no, she just got out of rehab, and they invited us to scatter his ashes. Now, we didn't.
Oh, good for
there you go. You just said you did.
Yeah, we
need the
He
Photoshop.
says they invited us to scatter his ashes, but we both got seasick, so we couldn't go.
Right. And by the way, the her getting out of rehab drinking is also part of the equation that you left out.
Yeah, that was an important part.
I'd forgotten that she got drunk.
So you envisioned that you went to scatter someone's ashes?
I think we were invited to scatter her ashes.
Right, but you said you went, so that was the White Lotus confusion.
My recollection is that we went.
You don't remember being on a boat.
No, I don't remember everything. It was
a boat with ashes.
2004.
I mean, a boat with ashes is a high point. I would remember.
It was a decade ago. It was a decade ago.
It's like the apex of the story.
I don't remember all the little facts along the way.
You're confusing the word everything with anything. You don't remember anything. Period. End of story. Full stop.
I remember stuff.
Yeah.
No.
Totally. Good remember.
Real good show.
Yeah.
Beto, you're the one who got me into White Lotus. If it wasn't for you, I would never have watched White Lotus.
Yeah,
you said it was my kind of show.
Yeah, absolutely it is.
And then I watched it, and I was like, what did Beto mean that it was my kind of show?
That's your kind of show. You don't think so? A bunch of weird people?
I think Beto was thinking a bunch of white people.
Oh,
no. Weird.
Oh, weird and white.
Adventurous.
Oh.
Adventurous. There you go.
People hanging out with the rich folks.
Yeah. So now, Sedano, we
I'm just
resolved
sitting here.
it.
Bye, Cappy.
Yeah.
It's not ripped off from White Lotus.
Sort of.
Completely.
Yeah. It was partially.
That last part was just a little part of it, the boat part.
Right.
But the rest of the stuff was true.
You dreamt that part.
Right, but the rest of the stuff I was right on,
So you saw White Lotus.
Yes.
And then you kind of conflated the two stories.
We were invited to the scattering of the ashes.
What happened.
Yeah.
It's a decade ago. I forgot. We didn't go.
Mace, it's a better story the way you told it. I mean, until it was analyzed, broken down, and then the truth was actually told, it was a better story the way you had it.
I agree. I needed to don't let the truth get in the way of a good story. That's my saying. So, Cappy, how was the weekend? What's up?
Oh, dude, I'm mildly concussed.
Really? What happened?
I was in the blue tent yesterday.
Oh, really?
Yep. And I may have just a slight concussion. Had a little accident this weekend.
Really? What happened?
Yep. I fell off the bed.
Fell off the bed?
Fell off the bed. When was the last time you fell out of your bed, rolled over and fell out of your bed?
Maybe when I was 6.
Yeah, we had bunk beds. My brother eventually couldn't sleep in the top bunk because he would roll off the top bunk to the floor and plunk, so he got the lower. So how the hell did it happen, man?
Dude, I was in this weird dream, okay?
Yep.
I was having this really weird dream where Rachel was telling me that we were in a department store. This was the dream. And we're in this department store, and there's this like circular clothing rack, you know?
Right.
And she went to put her hand in there, and she said there was something in there that was like sucking her down into this thing, you know?
Wow.
So I'm like, hold on, let me go take a look at this. This is all in my dream. I woke up, I knew every detail.
Yeah.
I reached my left hand in. I was sleeping on my back. I reached my left hand in the dream, and the next thing you know, it was like this very fast twitch, sort of violent movement where I like jumped up and then I rolled over and then I fell out of the bed and then I whacked my head on the nightstand and then I'm laying there on the floor, butt naked.
Right.
I'm laying there on the floor on my back and she's like, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" I'm like, I mean, I think I'm okay.
Took you a minute.
Like, what happened here?
Yeah.
You know? And then I like came to. And the next thing you know, where the two of us are hysterical laughing, but it's not so funny anymore because now I think I'm mildly concussed.
Right. Now, did you see any medical specialist for this?
No specialist of any kind. George, you got anybody for me on the sidelines?
I mean, I don't know. Go see your doctor, bro.
Yeah, it's a doctor.
Why do I need to recommend a doctor? Don't you have a doctor nearby?
I don't know. I was hoping you would help me.
You want what do you want? A concussion protocol test?
Something like that. Some kind of neurologist or something.
A neurologist?
Don't you
maybe
know that
also,
Charger doctor?
Yeah, don't you know doctors?
Yeah, that guy.
Okay, I'll go see him.
Yeah, go see him. Now, does that mean your brain's going to be scrambled on the
Yes.
show? Are we going to notice a difference?
Or
That's
maybe
why
it
I wanted
fixed
to let
it.
you know that
It's
from
back
up
to
front,
normal.
because like your mind, Mace, where you've got stories that are half true and half made up, I may have a couple of things happen today because I'm half concussed.
This is like in Seinfeld when Costanza just became the smartest guy.
Right.
It's something to you, Cappy. You're going to be on fire.
Maybe all the pieces fell into place.
Right?
And you'll be
Exactly.
normal
Right.
now.
Yeah.
That's why, you know what's funny you say that? She said to me, she goes, "Are you okay?" And I literally said, "Maybe it knocked some sense into me." That's what I said, laying there naked on the ground on my back. I don't know, man. I was having maybe I need a dream analyst. George, you got a dream analyst for me?
The dream is
what do I
really
look like
weird.
to you?
She got
Cappy, I got a guy for you, man. I'm the one that has a guy. I'll get you.
You have
something.
you have a brain
dream
guy?
analyst?
I got a brain guy. I got
neurologist guy?
I got whatever you need.
Yeah.
George is busy.
Hey, King, I need a neurologist.
I got you.
Yeah, there you go.
I need a dream analyst. Like, what did that dream mean?
So,
Why was there
okay,
something pulling me
It's
into
called
this circle?
Google.
Let's
Google.
go through it. To me, this sounds like I'm going to be
I'm
an
gonna Google right
amateur
now.
dream analyst here.
Cappy,
Okay.
you fell off the bed.
Sounds like you
Hard.
may think on some level that you're spending too much money and you're getting sucked into this clothing rack.
Yeah, that's a good one.
What about that?
I think that sucks.
Because you're
That's just terrible analysis, in my opinion. I don't buy that one bit. Not spending too much. I haven't bought an article of clothing, Mace, I promise you, in years.
Oh!
Right, but it may
Then-
not be spending on you.
Right. Then maybe it is you need to update your wardrobe so you're being sucked into the clothing rack.
That might be, but I'm telling you guys, I'm not joking around. When I tell you that when I tuck
So
my
are you in a
hand-
department store?
Yes, sir. That's right.
Oh, Cappy.
Uh-oh.
Here, right here.
Okay, so here we go.
what
Dreams
do you guys
about
have?
department stores can be interpreted in many different ways. Generally, they represent a need for organization and structure in your life. They may also symbolize the need to make decisions or take action on something important. Department stores can also represent a desire for material possessions or a need to feel secure.
Oh my God,
That fits perfectly.
No, I think
Gabby.
I think the beginning part of that actually fits perfectly. Go back to the beginning.
Go ahead, George.
Generally, they represent a need for organization and structure in your life.
Yes,
Boy, there you
yes.
go. That's you.
Organization and structure is a desperate need for me.
Cappy, now I got another one right here.
Yeah.
Dream about trying on clothes. Represents anxieties about trying to fit in or being well suited for your changing role.
You know what? Maybe so. Because honestly, that Saturday night, I had this cheeseburger. And I was in this restaurant, and I didn't really want a cheeseburger, but I just couldn't find anything I wanted on the menu. And this cheeseburger had this aioli sauce on it. And it was this white, hot, dripping aioli sauce.
Oh, nice.
And I'm like, ugh, I don't want this.
Oh,
But
that's
then I didn't want to
aioli
send it
sauce is
back.
great.
I know, but the way it was dripping off the burger, I didn't want this white, creamy, hot sauce. I was, ugh. And so, I don't know, man.
I think I got something for you. You had an event this weekend with a bunch of people from the Circle. It was a circle that you had to stuck your hand into.
Yeah.
You get it?
Yeah.
It's a circle
Oh,
of
it was
trust.
the circle.
The circle of trust. You're sticking your hand into the circle. You feel like you're too far in with the circle.
It was actually the Circle met up with the Cappy Cast crew.
Right.
Oh, is that right?
Cappy, I got one more if those they didn't fit for you. How about this one? Dream of a rack, right?
Rack and
Denotes
rack.
the uncertainty of an outcome of some engagement which gives you anxiety.
Oh, what is that, Cappy?
Yeah.
So what I learned from this is that other people have these department store dreams. This is
You
not
too?
You're not.
Are
no.
you taking Cappy's story?
I had a dream about scattering ashes. What does it mean if you have
It's
a
White
dream
Lotus.
about scattering ashes? It means you watched White Lotus. Exactly. I can't believe that.
But, George, listen to me. I'm promising you when I tell you, this was a violent move. This was not a fell and rolled off the side of the bed. This was like a jumped up from out of sleep and then flipped over and then got pulled in by my left arm by this little monster or something that was inside this clothing rack, and then bam, down on the ground.
Wow. That's traumatic.
Did you really dream of scattering ashes?
No, of course not.
Oh,
No.
then forget it. I don't want to waste
By
my
the way,
Google on
here's
you.
what...
Because it's a good thing right here.
Here's what Juan said. He turned on the radio after he sent this text. He said, "We have never been on a boat together."
After 20-something years, huh?
Yeah, that's hilarious.
That's
never
great.
been
Love
on
that
a
guy.
boat
Oh,
together.
that's hilarious.
Come on, Juan. Back me up here. Back me up.
No. It's
Yeah.
actually better for the show that he
You're
doesn't
right.
back you up. It tells the truth.
It's a much better story when it turned out to be not true.
Yeah.
George, I like that jacket you're wearing today. What do you got? You got like a new motorcycle or something?
No, I just bought a jacket. I
nice.
told you when I was in North Carolina.
Oh,
they had
that's
that
one of the
crazy
$40
sales.
jackets?
Yeah.
You know what?
Good-looking
That's
jacket.
probably
That's a
what
good
happened,
jacket for
George.
$40.
You were telling the story about going to a department store
Yeah.
and buying these jackets.
Yeah.
And then I probably reached in, and you were probably in there, and then you yanked me in.
All right.
I
So he's in the middle of a clothing rack
Right.
and he's pulling you into it.
Well, you know, another version of that dream. It says here if seeing someone else shopping at a department store. Did you see someone else shopping while you were in that department store?
I did not, although Rachel was nearby, I recall.
Yeah. So you didn't buy anything.
I bought nothing. You know
Was it an upscale department store, or was it like where
Was it
I
like a
shop?
Nordstrom?
Ross Dress for Less. I love Ross Dress for Less. That's
Marshall,
the
I don't-
best.
I don't
Marshall's
know.
also very
Strong.
good. Yeah.
It's definitely in a mall. I feel like I was in a mall. I don't know,
Interesting.
man.
Interesting
I don't know.
theory. All right.
You weren't kidding, George, when you said that when Cappy shows up, it's going to be
Oh, this is the
sugar
dessert.
and dessert.
Yeah,
just
this is the dessert. I mean, the
nonsense.
nutritious part of the meal was earlier.
I feel like I'm
Although I don't know how nutritious it actually was, but 'cause
Yeah.
we
No,
ended
it
up
was good.
we ended up going and talking about ashes you never spread.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
You stuck around.
Yeah.
Go home. To
Yeah,
lunch
I'm gone.
time.
See ya. You guys have fun.
Beautiful day in
Sedano,
South
thank
Bay.
you.
Bye, Georgie.
Great
See you
seeing you,
tomorrow,
man.
buddy. Full
All right.
show tomorrow.
Coming up next, Cappy, let's start with this. The Rams have fallen to 3-6, so what's the rest of this season all about? We'll do that coming up next. Cappy is here on the combo plate. Thanks to George Sedano for coming in. Beto's hanging out. 710 ESPN.
All right, before we hit this break, let me talk to everybody about Prize Picks. So, and George, put your headphones back on because I want you to hear what I've done here, and I want you to tell me what you think about this move today. So today, because the Clippers are playing the Knicks and the Chargers are playing the Jets, it's two LA teams versus two New York teams, even though we all know the Chargers aren't really an LA team. They're combining the two. So I took Paul George and Justin Herbert to have more than 4.5 combined three-pointers and touchdown passes. So I figure Paul George can break the 4.5 on three-pointers by himself, and I'll give Justin Herbert a touchdown or two. So I took the Paul George, Justin Herbert combo, put it together with Austin Eckler tonight, who's going to have more than 34.5 yards receiving. And then I played more on Justin Herbert at 249.5 yards, and I played more on Zach Wilson, the quarterback of the Jets, at 216.5 yards. I love Prize Picks. I love this game. I never needed to watch a Chicago Bears, New Orleans Saints game, but I had Tyson Bagent to have more than like 198 yards passing, so I was watching the game. Prize Picks. You are going to love this game. So here's what I want you to do. use this website, prizepicks.com/Cappy, Kappy, prizepicks.com/Cappy, Kappy. They will match your first deposit up to $100, 100%. You put in 100, they put in 100. You put in 50, they put in 50. Prizepicks.com/Cappy. Get in the game because everybody is loving this game. I'm all in tonight on Prize Picks.
The return of $1 Million Mondays.
$1 Million Mondays.
Your chance to win $1 million from 710 ESPN.
Listen every Monday this football season for your chance at $1 million. $1 Million Mondays.
Presented by Hollywood Park Casino. Eat, drink, play.
Listen every Monday to 710 ESPN. When you hear the cue to call, be caller number 7. Give us your Super Bowl prediction. Both teams and the final score, and you could be winning $1 million this football season on LA's $1 Million Mega Sports Station, 710 ESPN.
All right, guys, it's officially back. Fifth Row Fridays presented by BBGO.
That's the official game day snack of the Lakers, by the way. And this is the best thing we give away. Fifth row seats to a Laker game. How many times do people come up to us and say, hey, give me Laker tickets?
Yes.
We don't have them. I don't even have them, but you can win them if you listen every day.
And these seats are better than the seats that you and Michael have, right?
15 rows better.
Yeah.
Michael and I are like row 20. So here's how you win. You listen every day to all the shows and take notes. If you can answer 5 questions about what happened on the show that day, you're eligible to win.
And don't forget, on Fridays, your chance to call in all 5 right answers, and you are in the fifth row at Crypto.com Arena for a Lakers game.
For free!
The return of $1 Million Mondays.
$1 Million Mondays.
Your chance to win $1 million from 710 ESPN.
Listen every Monday this football season for your chance at $1 million. $1 Million Mondays.
Presented by Hollywood Park Casino. Eat, drink, play.
Listen every Monday to 710 ESPN. When you hear the cue to call, be caller number 7. Give us your Super Bowl prediction. Both teams and the final score, and you could be winning $1 million this football season on LA's $1 Million Mega Sports Station, 710 ESPN.
All right, here we go. It is Cesar Zamora from La Brea. Cesar, welcome to the show. Good afternoon.
Hey, what's up, Mace? How's it going?
All is great, man. So you got a shot at $1 million. You've already won a pair of tickets to go see a football game at SoFi. But in the meantime, your Super Bowl prediction and score, Cesar.
Sounds good, brother. Let me roll. I'll go with the Chiefs verse. Let me get the Cowboys in there.
Okay.
We'll take the Chiefs. Let's go 28. Cowboys 24.
24. Okay. So Cesar Zamora in Brea says Chiefs 28, Cowboys 24. Good luck, Cesar. Going to be rooting for you, man.
Sounds good, man. Thanks, guys. Love the show.
Thanks for listening. Appreciate it,
So much
man.
love.
So there's Cesar Zamora, our latest $1 Million Mondays winner. Cappy, if you were to have to pick 2 teams for the Super Bowl right now, which 2 would you pick?
Detroit.
I love that pick.
Isn't that a fun pick?
Yeah.
Right? And then on the other side, going way out on a limb here, but this one's all heart. This one's no analysis at all. My Cleveland Browns.
Oh, you've adopted the Cleveland Browns?
That's right.
You know why he adopted the Browns, right?
Because of Linz?
No.
Oh, it's not because of Lindsay?
His college roommate.
His college roommate.
Cappy.
My college roommate is the offensive coordinator of the Cleveland Browns.
Oh, I
there
didn't
it is.
realize that.
There it
Wow.
is.
That's right. That's right. So, yeah, I've adopted the Cleveland Browns.
Nice.
So how about that?
I've adopted the Detroit Lions because I'm still a Jared Goff fan after
So
all
am
these
I.
years.
I am a Jared Goff fan. I feel like Jared Goff got kind of run out of town, if you will.
He did.
Sort of like Alex Grinch got run out of town.
Yeah, how about that?
It's an amazing thing to me, Mace. Watching that game on Saturday evening, I would just ask everybody this question. What did USC think was going to happen? Did you think that all of a sudden, with what appears to be now the Heisman favorite and a top 5 team, did you all of a sudden think that the USC defense was going to be so strategically well run that all of a sudden they were going to be able to stop this Washington offense when they gave up 49 points the week before to Cal? What did everybody think was going to happen?
Well, here's what I'll say. I thought USC could win that game simply by outscoring them. I said on Friday, first team to 50 is going to win the game.
Well, that's what happened.
That's exactly what happened. And I think USC couldn't score as much as Washington. I thought they couldn't score as easily as Washington. I think they're still stagnant on offense to a degree. Ultimately, though, Caleb Williams can only do so much, and we found his limits. He can't possibly keep up with the other team.
Yeah, but listen, I'll just say this. If you were going to fire your defensive coordinator, it probably would have been better to do it after the Cal game, just because you're like, how could Cal have scored 49 points on us? How did we barely escape Berkeley with a win? And instead, they waited until this week when they're home and they're playing against a really, really good team, and then they decide to fire him. I mean, look, can we all understand this, right? It's purely somebody had to get scapegoated.
Somebody had to be scapegoated. And by the way, they found the right guy. He's the right guy to. I don't even think it's scapegoating. He's being blamed, and he deserves it.
Well, you know what, though? Let me just say one other thing, though. Just because you change the defensive coordinator doesn't mean that all of a sudden you're going to get the results that the Raiders got, for example, this past weekend, where the Raiders got rid of their terrible head coach, their terrible general manager, their terrible OC, and they benched their quarterback, and the results changed because they brought somebody in who actually the players wanted to give their effort to. Those players with the Raiders did not want to give their effort to Josh McDaniels.
Yes.
I'm not saying that about Alex Grinch. I'm just saying that he may not actually have the talent on the defensive side of the ball to really, truly compete.
I don't know about that part of it. My understanding and my looking at it, they took, they have 6 new guys from the transfer portal, including Mason Cobb and Bear Alexander and some really good players. I just think schematically they're not right.
Well, I guess we're going to all find out, but I would put my money on they probably don't have enough good players on defense, and they could get somebody else to come coordinate that defense, and I just don't think we're going to see that big of a difference. I think that Grinch got scapegoated. That's fine. Somebody had to go.
Well, wait a minute. Scapegoated means you got fired for no reason.
No, he got fired because they had to fire somebody because the season got away from them.
The problem is the defense, and he's the head of the defense, so he gets fired.
So he gets fired.
That's not a scapegoat.
No, I'm saying scapegoat. To me, it's scapegoated because, look, what we're saying is that USC has great defensive players, but they don't have a guy who knows how to run a defense.
Okay.
So that's the problem.
Okay,
I don't agree with that.
So here's what scapegoat means. A person who is blamed for the wrongdoings, mistakes, or faults of others.
Okay, so here's what I'm saying. USC may not, I know you guys don't want to hear this, USC may not have the right talent on defense or enough of it. How about that?
They're all 5-star guys for the most part, and the guys that they brought in on the transfer portal were all 5-star guys.
Yeah, they beat it for. And by the way, next year it's going to be all new talent.
Okay,
but are you trying to say that Grinch is not the problem here?
I'm saying that he's part of the problem. He's not exclusively the problem. That's all I'm saying.
I think.
Okay,
do you think Alex Grinch had any say on the guys that were brought in through the transfer portal?
I would think he probably had something to do with it.
Okay, then his fingerprints are on that, right?
But Mace, I wouldn't say that the defensive coordinator independently selected the talent from the transfer portal.
Agreed. Not individually,
right.
No.
So look, so here's what I'm saying.
He has to coach them up.
Okay, but all I'm going to say is this, guys. When they play Oregon, let's see a much, much, much better USC defense.
Oh, you're not going to see it. They're going to get slaughtered on Saturday.
Of course, that's my point.
Changing the defensive coordinator mid-season is pointless. Some rando defensive line coach is not going to all of a sudden ignite that defense.
I completely agree. And my guess is that they don't have as much talent on defense or maybe don't have as much depth that you guys all think. Just because they went into the transfer portal and got guys that had high school ratings doesn't mean much to me now.
College ratings.
Okay. Look. All I'm saying is this. I think Alex Grinch got scapegoated, and by the way, they should have probably done it a week earlier. It's way too late now. But I will tell you one last thing. watching Caleb Williams after the game, hugging it up with his mom. I'm going to tell you something. Like, for me, that's a little bit of a perception-changing moment for me about Caleb Williams. It made me believe that, gosh, this guy just cares so much more than about winning in the national championship exclusively or winning the Heisman Trophy exclusively. Like, he knows this season's over. His USC career is, for all intent and purposes, over. If he chooses to keep playing, that's his own deal, which I would do if I were him. But
I think he's going to, but
because you know why? Because now I look at him and I go, that young man,
he cares.
Really, really cares.
Yep.
It hurt him really, really badly.
I felt so bad at that post-game press conference where he said, I just want to go home and play with my dog.
Yeah, cuddle up and watch some shows.
With my dog and watch some shows.
Yeah, I just want to go back to Lotus. I just want to go back to my penthouse condo.
Yeah, right.
$10 million.
Yeah, exactly.
I want to go
some NIL
cuddle
money.
up.
Exactly.
On my $4 million couch and
figure out if I maybe should or shouldn't play the rest of the year. I don't want to get hurt.
I don't think
he should absolutely not.
Oh, I think he should. I think he should. But here's the thing: I don't believe they've got a shot at Oregon. What is the line on that game right now?
All right.
Do you think they've got any shot? At Watson Stadium?
I don't. But listen, when you've got a player of his magnitude, and you could theoretically outscore somebody, I guess you got a chance because they were in that game all game long against Washington.
They were in the whole game.
Listen, anybody who thinks I'm just kind of making an excuse for Grinch, I don't have any dog in the fight, but I'll just say this. You could not stop Washington's running game.
Correct.
And Washington was not coming in known for being this high-powered, spectacular 300-yard running type of a team in a game. They had a guy who ran 200-plus yards on the ground, and nobody could stop him. Right. Now, if you showed me the film and you go, this guy's supposed to be here, he's over there. This guy's supposed to be here, he's out of position. This is why we can't stop anybody. Well, then, bad coach can't coach guys up.
But the announcers, even Herb Street was pointing out, see, there needs to be somebody here, there needs to be somebody there. I mean, they were literally explaining why they were giving up these big explosive plays, and then there was always that cutaway to Alex Grinch, who he just seemed pissed off, and I mean, the cutaways to him I thought were really, really rough.
In the end, though, Mace.
Yep.
In the end, Alex Grinch is now fired.
Yep.
And I'm questioning whether or not they have the players. But let me tell you something.
Well, they'll get all new ones for next year.
And that is not. I don't believe that is the way to win. I believe that you got to get guys and you got to cultivate them and you got to create a team. And then 2-3 years into it, that's what happens. We've seen how the Denver Nuggets have gone from being they're okay, they're getting better, they're pretty good, they're good. Now they're really good, and now they're championship caliber good. And we've seen that development versus taking the Lakers of previous generations, and I just mean the last couple of years, and taking a collection of individual talents and trying to build a team. It doesn't work like that.
Yeah, see, I think in modern college football, it does work that way. Like even Georgia, 7 guys through the transfer portal that are starting.
Right, but they've also had a very consistent coaching staff. They've had a lot of winning tradition in the last 4, 5, 6 years in particular. I mean, they're getting the very best of the best guys who go, hey, Georgia turns out lots of first-round draft choices.
Florida State, pretty good, right?
How many do they have?
9 through the transfer portal.
9 starters on both sides of the ball?
Portal. Yes.
Okay, how many on defense?
Total of 9. Total of 9.
9 starters.
Yeah.
Okay, how many on defense do you know?
I mean, I can find out.
I mean, I'm just asking because, listen, you can tell me that these guys are better coaches in other places, and that may be the case, but then blame it on Lincoln Riley, too. Lincoln Riley should have fired his best pal in the offseason last year, but he didn't want to do that.
6 for Florida State. 6 starters came through the transfer portal on offense, and 3 came through on defense.
Okay, and you're going to start breaking down like what year they are in school, where they came from, what positions they play?
Most of them are juniors and seniors, right? Because, like, for example, Bear Alexander, I think, played 4 years at Georgia, still had a year of eligibility. That's why he came to USC and played. I think that's the way it generally works. Like, everybody's like, Malachi Nelson's going to be the quarterback next year at USC. Totally possible. Totally possible, too, that they get somebody through the transfer portal to play for a year.
Let me tell you something. If they go into the transfer portal and get a quarterback to play in front of Malachi Nelson's going to enter the transfer portal and go play for somebody else.
I agree, but they've got to focus on winning games. Now, I think Malachi Nelson is likely to be I just wouldn't rule out the idea of somebody coming in through the transfer portal if Lincoln Riley doesn't feel it with Malachi Nelson.
Well, anyway, you said you wanted to talk about the Rams, and I hijacked the conversation unintentionally.
It's totally okay. We'll have a conversation about the Rams coming up next. Then we got Game of Games. It is
nice.
combo plate today. Me, Cappy, Sedano was here a while ago. Producer Brian, producer Bergman, or Mao Bergman. Do we still call him Producer Bergman? I don't know.
No, nobody calls him producer anymore. He's management.
Oh,
now.
he's management. Corporate.
He's the boss.
Yeah, corporate Greg. All right. Have you seen Jacob Emrani's TV ad where they're mispronouncing his name? If you haven't seen it, go to his website, calljacob.com. Take a look. He's a super easygoing guy, and the point is, no matter how you pronounce Jacob's name, he doesn't care as long as you call him, which is why he goes by Call Jacob. It's easier. Now, hope this doesn't happen to you, but if you are involved in an accident and you got to call Jacob, you should have Jacob's phone numbers in your contacts. Here is the number, 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. You may not remember the phone number if you're involved in an accident, but you've heard me talk about Jacob long enough that you'll remember Jacob's name. And if you have the number in your phone, just call Jacob. A lot of attorneys say they'll fight for you. Call Jacob. He'll win for you. 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. 844-24-JACOB. Or remember,
accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
844-24-JACOB. CallJacob.com, and make sure you're following Call Jacob on Instagram and Facebook for prizes, insight, and more. That's at call.jacob. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
All right, guys, it's officially back. Fifth Row Fridays presented by BBGO.
That's the official game day snack of the Lakers, by the way. And this is the best thing we give away. Fifth row seats to a Laker game. How many times do people come up to us and say, hey, give me Laker tickets?
Yes.
We don't have them. I don't even have them, but you can win them if you listen every day.
And these seats are better than the seats that you and Michael have, right?
15 rows better.
Yeah.
Michael and I are like row 20. So here's how you win. You listen every day to all the shows and take notes. If you can answer 5 questions about what happened on the show that day, you're eligible to win.
And don't forget, on Fridays, your chance to call in all 5 right answers, and you are in the fifth row at Crypto.com Arena for a Lakers game.
For free!
The return of $1 Million Mondays.
$1 Million Mondays.
Your chance to win $1 million from 710 ESPN.
Listen every Monday this football season for your chance at $1 million. $1 Million Mondays.
Presented by Hollywood Park Casino. Eat, drink, play.
Listen every Monday to 710 ESPN. When you hear the cue to call, be caller number 7. Give us your Super Bowl prediction, both teams and the final score, and you could be winning $1 million this football season on LA's $1 Million mega sports station, 710 ESPN.
All right, guys, it's officially back. Fifth Row Fridays presented by BBGO.
That's the official game day snack of the Lakers, by the way. And this is the best thing we give away. Fifth row seats to a Laker game. How many times do people come up to us and say, hey, give me Laker tickets?
Yes.
We don't have them. I don't even have them, but you can win them if you listen every day.
And these seats are better than the seats that you and Michael have, right?
15 rows better.
Yeah.
Michael and I are like row 20. So here's how you win. You listen every day to all the shows and take notes. If you can answer 5 questions about what happened on the show that day, you're eligible to win.
And don't forget, on Fridays, your chance to call in all 5 right answers, and you are in the fifth row at Crypto.com Arena for a Lakers game.
For free!
see how we did in Survivor this weekend. Bergman, did you survive?
I survived. I'm alive.
Made it to week 10.
Yep, I took the Saints. I think you did too, right?
I also passed Saints over Chicago.
You know, I've never made it to week 10 in this league.
Oh, really?
I usually go out in like week 1
Congrats.
or week 4. Yeah.
Juan is alive. He took Cleveland over Arizona based on their offensive coordinator.
Your mom is not alive.
My mom has moved on. Well, no, she
has moved on.
She's
Be
not
careful.
moved on.
Be careful.
She's out of the game, the contest. She took Buffalo over Cincinnati and wrote me a very sad text today. I'm an idiot. No. I was
week 9.
Come on, Mom.
That was a mistake. A long way.
What about not stepdad Leo? What's his story?
He went out way early.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, he's been gone for a while.
Hey, Bergie.
Yes, sir.
Got to tell you something, man.
Uh-oh.
Your girlfriend. What she's
we're-
doing on
we're
this
just
bet now?
dating.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, not a girlfriend.
Not a girlfriend.
Not considered a girlfriend.
No.
Oh,
No,
really?
A lady friend?
Yeah, lady friend.
Lady friend.
Yep.
Okay, a lady friend means less of a relationship than a girlfriend. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it means they're
basically.
working their way up to something.
Okay,
Yeah,
let me
we're
tell you
just-
something.
we're seeing each other.
Yeah.
Your whole thing about if the Raiders win,
Yeah.
and if the Giant and so if the Raiders win, she had to wear the gorilla costume
with the tutu,
with the pink
It was more
tutu
just
and
funny. Yep.
No, it was not funny. It was
Not to
never
you.
funny. No,
Yeah.
but I try to explain this to you because you know I love you, and you know that I always have your back. But in this particular instance, I must tell you, it was not funny from the beginning. That's the problem.
Whoa.
Okay, she was fine
I
with it.
thought it was
No.
super weird. Well, she obviously wasn't fine.
She was not
with
fine
it
with
because
it.
she is not wearing a gorilla
Well, it's not
costume with a
happening.
tutu. Saying
But if she would have still made me either way, it's not happening. We're going to go a different route.
Well,
It's fine.
but I think that now, as you go from lady friend to girlfriend, you got to think to yourself. I mean, when it comes to somebody's character, and integrity, I mean, I don't want to hear about Daniel Jones getting knocked out of the game. I mean, Matthew Stafford didn't play, and a lot of people still had the Rams.
That's what I'm saying. I came into with a brand new head coach,
Right.
new offensive coordinator,
Right.
basically a new quarterback in
Yes.
Aiden O'Connell.
Right.
But my
Yeah.
question of you is just the gorilla suit and the tutu.
It was
Never
always
understood
such
it.
a-
I
it
didn't
was
get it
such
from
an
the beginning.
unequal. You had to
Just-
shave. She has to dress up like a gorilla and run around in a tutu.
Yeah, for 5 minutes. It was
But
probably.
it just didn't make any sense,
No,
though. I don't get it.
You didn't understand it
was
from
not-
the very
it was
beginning. It
not
was funny. It was all
relevant.
just a silly joke.
Yeah.
When I told my brother about it, he laughed hysterically.
Okay.
Everyone has different sensibilities.
Anybody understand how this Beto's here? Beto, do you understand how the in-season tournament works in the NBA?
Trying.
Nobody knows.
I'm clueless about it. I saw a promo with Michael Imperioli talking about it. A good promo where it's like an Ocean's 11 kind of thing.
You play in your pool, then the whole point is you want to get to Vegas.
Yeah.
And if you get to Vegas, that's where you have the opportunity to win it all.
But like the games are the games kind of random? Like have the Lakers played a
The
tournament
Lakers
game
haven't
yet?
played yet because you're trying to get the schedule. I think the Lakers, their first tournament is Friday, I believe.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
Mace.
against Phoenix. Yeah.
Mace,
yeah.
me and Bergie, where we were looking through the Lakers schedule, right?
Right.
And so, like, a color of red would be road game, and a color of blue would be home game.
Yes.
And then we're looking at it and we're going, what the hell is the gray?
Yeah.
What's the
that's
gray
the
game?
tournament game.
Yeah.
Those are the tournament games.
Yeah.
Because you still have, so it depends. If you don't make it to Vegas, you still have to play games to balance out. That way you get your 82 game season.
Got it.
So that's what the thing is. You want to get to Vegas for the better games. I think Dame Lillard in his walk-off interview the other day said, I don't quite know what's going on, but we just want to get to Vegas.
Yeah, right.
Once you get to Vegas, that's where the bigger
That'd be
games.
fun. I saw a picture. Bergman showed me pictures of the court and stuff. Very cool. They've got.
Oh,
like
you're one of
these-
the few people that likes it.
No, I mean
I like it.
They're trying to make it different,
It is,
right?
but that red court that the Bulls had,
Yeah.
people said like when Kramer opened up the door for Kenny Rogers chicken, like that.
funny.
So
That's
your
funny.
eyeballs are
You
going to
mean
be on
fully
fire.
red? Fully
Yeah.
red like the
Yes.
blue
Oh,
field
you
in,
haven't
in
seen the
Boise?
camping yet?
No.
Oh, there's a blue court. There's a green. Oh yeah, it is. It's sensory overload.
Do they
it
play
is
with
a
an
lot.
orange basketball or they play
Yeah.
with a different color ball?
Yeah, they do.
Same
Orange
color
basketball.
ball.
But here's the thing, though: the people who hate it are us.
Yeah.
The kids love it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, because
I like it.
No,
I think it's cool.
I'm talking about the courts, just the courts.
Oh.
I'm like, make the games. If you're going to have a tournament, make the games special.
We're
in
talking
some
about
way.
it.
Yeah. So the Rams.
Yeah, talk
Cappy.
to me.
The season, I said it Friday, a win and they're in the race for the playoffs,
Right.
and a loss and the season is over. They lost in one of the ugliest slogs I can remember. It's like Jeff Fisher came back to coach the team. It was miserable.
Yes, it was. God, it was a bad football game to watch.
Oh,
too.
it was awful.
You know, and if you are one of the kinds of people that only has Fox and CBS because
Yep.
you don't have the YouTube TV package and you don't buy the Red Zone, if you only have the network games that were on,
Yep.
the only game that was on in the 10 a.m. window was the Rams game. Mm-hmm. So that's what you had access to. Again, if you don't use any of the other packages, and it was such an ugly, boring, like just such a bad looking product on television.
Yep.
you're like, why am I watching this?
Yeah, I eventually kind of, once it got away, I just wrote Game of Games while the game was going on. I'm so
When
disgusted.
you say it got away, do you mean like when it was like 3-0 or what?
No, it's when it was what was it? 13-3,
okay,
two-score
like
game.
7-3 or anything.
Yeah,
like that?
no, 13-3. It was
Well, what
a
about
two-score
in
game.
LA, the 1 o'clock window? Channel 2 showed Indianapolis, I think, and
Oh, I saw
Carolina.
that. Yeah, Indianapolis and Carolina.
Where are the Raiders at?
Yeah,
so
right.
random.
Where are the Raiders at in this?
Yeah.
Yeah, luckily, Cappy, I have YouTube TV, but yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have YouTube TV, Cappy? Are you
No,
watching Sunday Ticket and that?
No, I'm watching. I'm a Red Zone watcher all day, and then I go to sports bars. So I have like my phone in front of me.
Yep.
Watching Red Zone, and then I have all the other games around me.
See, I only focus on the Rams game, and then I just watch whatever for the other games.
Like whatever
really?
comes up
Yeah,
after.
whatever comes up. Like, for example, well, this will be a bye week for the Rams. That's why, by the way, that's why I thought the Rams would be in it. That's why I took Friday and Monday off, is because it's the Rams bye week. I'm like, get loaded for the second half of the season. Yeah, not happening.
Well, Beto, you're right about the whole, because remember, Fox had the game early, the Rams game, and then they didn't have the doubleheader to put the Raiders on because they were playing the Giants, and the Giants had the Fox crew. So, I mean, yeah, it's unfortunate because the Raiders, you got to give them credit. To lose your coach.
Oh, I was texting Morales. I was texting Bergman. Raiders!
It's like the Rich Bisaccia thing all over again.
Well, it's
Fresh
so
voice
cool.
in the locker room, all that stuff.
Right, but Antonio Pierce, when he takes control of that thing, and did you guys happen to see Jay Glazer's report on Fox on Sunday?
Yeah.
No, I did not.
Okay, so Jay Glazer, shout out Jay. Jay tells the story about how Antonio Pierce was asked by Josh McDaniels to address the team because apparently by Thursday of last week, the Raider captains were going to Mark Davis and explaining to him how screwed up things were. So according to Glazer's report, and I'm not quoting it, I'm just sort of paraphrasing it, McDaniels actually said to Antonio Pierce, why don't you say something to the team? And Pierce said something to the effect of, look, we can't be the Patriots. We have to have our own identity. We have to believe that when we go out and play, we have a chance to win. That's how we were when I was with the New York Giants.
Right.
This is Pierce's story, according to Glazer. And so McDaniels, though, at the end of it, goes over to Pierce and goes, hey, don't ever say anything bad like that again about the Patriots.
Whoa.
And that, according to Glazer's story, as I best recall it, was kind of the final straw. Mm-hmm. And then you put Antonio Pierce in that locker room and go, hey, here's a good-looking guy who's young and is a former player. He's African-American. He's got earrings in both ears. He ain't your dad's, NFL football
He's
coach.
a Super Bowl champion that's been there.
Right.
Yeah.
And
he's been in trouble in this past. He was there with Plexico and all that other stuff.
Sure.
So he knows what the players can go through. But Antonio Pierce has worked his way up. Is it not like they just handed it to him?
No.
Because when he retired, he was an ESPN analyst. He used to be on NFL shows.
Yep.
Then he moved back here and he was coaching at Long Beach Poly.
Mm-hmm.
Went to Arizona State. Was coaching and recruiting when Herm Edwards were there.
Mm-hmm.
And he went to the Raiders. He's worked his way up. Played at Paramount High. Was a bad student. I grew up with Antonio, so I know him. Was a bad student. Went to Mount Sac as a JUCO guy before he went
Nice.
to Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
So this guy knows what the locker room is
Right.
going through.
Right.
He's reclaimed himself. He's done it, and he's a winner. The
Yes.
dude is a winner.
Yes.
And he knows what it's like. He's a businessman. He owns like Cadillac dealerships in Jersey. So he parlayed his fame as a Giant to get there. But when you talk about his coaching, you can hear the passion that he had in that locker room.
No
and
doubt.
you can hear the passion that he had in the post-game press conference, because to your point, Cappy, he said how the Raiders have an African-American president, African-American GM, and an African-American coach. First time the Raiders have ever done that, so he made the significance of that historical moment for them.
Do you think he's now a candidate for the job?
Yeah,
Yes.
Glazer said he's going to get an opportunity
Yes.
to interview for the job.
And listen, and you got to know Jay, because Glazer,
It's connected.
Glazer and Michael Strahan are like BFFs for the last 20-something
Right,
years.
right.
And Pierce played with those same Strahan teams. So when Glazer was telling the story yesterday on Fox, I wasn't like, gee, I don't know. I mean, where's Glazer getting this information from? I was like, Glazer's telling you what Pierce told him.
Right.
Yep.
Well, the one thing that came out this weekend also is that apparently if the firings wouldn't have come on the day of the trade deadline, they might have gone ahead and traded Davante Adams to the Jets. The Jets were working on a deal, but because that trade deadline, they didn't have a general manager technically, and they were bringing in an interim head coach, they didn't feel confident making a deal, but they might have, had the firing happened earlier, traded Davante Adams to the Jets, which made a lot of sense for the Raiders to try to get draft capital.
JT the Brick said last week, he intimated very strongly that part of the whole thing was the fact that they did not make a move at the trade deadline. And again, the intimation that I took was they tried, Mark Davis was like, hey, get rid of Jimmy Garoppolo. There are teams like the Minnesota Vikings that are making trades for a guy like Josh Dobbs, right? And if you can't get Jimmy Garoppolo out of here, then I don't want you guys around.
Yeah. The one thing Mark Davis has said is that he wants a player-centric head coach.
Well, he had one in Bisaccia, so he better do the right thing this time.
Yeah, Bisaccia was great. He got him to the playoffs.
Yeah, he was so good that he's now a
special teams coach. He's a special teams coordinator.
I don't think he would have been a good coach overall for the Raiders moving forward.
Well,
he got them to play.
He is where he is for a reason.
Yes, exactly.
He was good in that moment.
Yes,
he was Coach O.
He was not. Yeah,
yeah.
He was Coach O.
He was not going to be the next great Raider head coach.
Yeah, but he was the guy
but
who
John
people
Gruden was
played
going to
for.
be.
No, no one said that he
and
was
Josh
either.
McDaniels was going to
No,
be.
absolutely not. When that happened, it was always like, that's a bad move.
I would have taken Rich Bisaccia at $3 million a year over John Gruden at $10 million or over Josh McDaniels at $10 million. $85 million is what it cost the Raiders to get rid of all those guys this last week. $85 million.
And that was a problem for Mark Davis, but at least he did the right thing and he got rid of him in the middle of the season and not wait to the
That was
end
your
of the year.
tweet, right? I think you sent that.
I think it's something like that.
Like, what took so long?
Yeah, it should have been a long time ago. It was obvious.
We're going to do a little game of games. Did I tell you the one about when I went on the boat and sprinkled that lady's husband's ashes?
No, tell me. I want to hear about that.
Apparently, it was just in my memory somehow. And never.
You haven't seen the memes, huh?
Yeah, no, there are a lot of memes now.
Oh, the Photoshop is beautiful.
All right, good. I'll take a look at that. Also, we'll do some game of games. It is Brian's game today. As we work our way towards Lakers versus Heat. Pregame starts at 3 o'clock. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
All right, let me tell everybody about Yamava. So today's Monday. Mark your calendars for this Thursday because Lindsay Baseball is at Yamava, the 909, the greatest sports bar on the planet, because there's over 150 monitors everywhere. And they're all sort of curved and cool looking, and you can see them from the whole place. And then they got these giant ones that are like huge movie screens, and you can see every game from every sport that's going on. But on Thursdays, we're out there and we give away $1,000, $250 every quarter. The 909 Sports Bar, 4 amazing restaurants, 150 plus monitors, 32 different craft beers, and you're going to have a great time hanging out with all of us this Thursday at Yamava Resort and Casino, the 909. We'll see you there.
All right, guys, it's officially back. Fifth Row Fridays presented by BBGO.
That's the official game day snack of the Lakers, by the way. And this is the best thing we give away. Fifth row seats to a Laker game. How many times do people come up to us and say, hey, give me Laker tickets? Yes. We don't have them. I don't even have them, but you can win them if you listen every day.
And these seats are better than the seats that you and Michael have, right?
15 rows better.
Yeah.
Michael and I are like row 20. So here's how you win. You listen every day to all the shows and take notes. If you can answer 5 questions about what happened on the show that day, you're eligible to win.
And don't forget, on Fridays, your chance to call in all 5 right answers, and you are in the 5th row at Crypto.com Arena for a Lakers game.
For free!
The return of $1 Million Mondays.
$1 Million Mondays.
Your chance to win $1 million from 710 ESPN.
Listen every Monday this football season for your chance at $1 million. $1 Million Mondays.
Presented by Hollywood Park Casino. Eat, drink, play.
Listen every Monday to 710 ESPN. When you hear the cue to call, be caller number 7. Give us your Super Bowl prediction, both teams and the final score, and you could be winning $1 million this football season on LA's $1 Million Mega Sports Station, 710 ESPN.
All right, guys, it's officially back. 5th Row Fridays presented by BBGO.
That's the official game day snack of the Lakers, by the way. And this is the best thing we give away. 5th row seats to a Laker game. How many times do people come up to us and say, hey, Give me Laker tickets. Yes. We don't have them. I don't even have them, but you can win them if you listen every day.
And these seats are better than the seats that you and Michael have, right?
15 rows better.
Yeah.
Michael and I are like row 20. So here's how you win. You listen every day to all the shows and take notes. If you can answer 5 questions about what happened on the show that day, you're eligible to win.
And don't forget, on Fridays, your chance to call in all 5 right answers, and you are in the 5th row at Crypto.com Arena for a Lakers game.
For free!
Games time. Take it away, Mace.
All right, here we go. It is game of games time. We've got Cappy here, part of our combo plate. Beto here, part of our combo plate. And Bergman's going to play as well. It is Brian's game today. Brian, what do we got?
All right, we got a little athletes on TV and in movies.
Okay.
Oh,
All right, so
Multiple choice?
First couple are going to be multiple choice, and then the last 4 are buzz-in.
Okay.
So we'll start it off. So the first one. Who was not a competitor on the TV show Survivor? Steve Wright, Dwight Freeney, or Jeff Kent? Who was not a competitor on Survivor?
I will say Jeff Kent. Cappy?
I'll say Dwight Freeney.
Freeney. Bergman?
I'll say Stephen Wright.
Right. And Beto? Freeney.
It is Dwight Freeney.
yeah.
Dwight Freeney.
Oh, boy, Cappy.
Cappy and Beto take the point.
That's right.
Yeah.
Jeff Kent was a jerk on that show.
He was.
Oh, was he on that show?
He was.
He was kind of a jerk everywhere, wasn't he?
Huntington Beach finest.
Yeah.
Wasn't Stephen Wright the comedian who used to like talk really slowly?
That is not the same Stephen Wright,
Right.
or is it?
I don't
No, not the same. This
Not
one
the
played
same.
on the
He's an
Colts,
athlete.
Cowboys, Raiders.
He's that guy. He's like,
No,
sometimes
he's not.
I'm
No.
really bored and I just stick my head out the
No.
window and
Cappy,
smile.
focus.
It's that guy. It's
Focus,
that guy.
Cappy.
Yeah.
Here we go.
All right.
Number 2. Which athlete got the furthest on the summer series Stars on Mars from this year?
Stars on Mars.
A. Paul Pierce,
Mm-hmm.
B. Ronda Rousey, or C. Marshawn Lynch?
Cappy, we start with you.
Ronda Rousey.
Rousey. Bergman.
Marshawn Lynch?
Lynch. Beto.
Lynch.
I'm going to say Ronda Rousey as well.
That was Paul Pierce.
It was Paul Pierce.
Oh,
we
what
all
show
missed
are
it.
you talking
Nobody
about?
takes it.
That was a new show that was on Fox this summer.
Stars on Mars.
Stars on Mars, yeah.
Wow.
Marshawn Lynch is pretty good on it. Worth the watch.
Cappy
watched
won,
this?
Beto
I-
won.
a couple
he was.
episodes.
Of course he's on it. Stars on Mars?
Yeah.
Of course, Captain. He's on it.
All right, number 3.
Number 3. Which athlete got the furthest on the CBS show Big Brother? Ricky Williams, Lamar Odom, or Meta World Peace?
Bergman.
I could see Meta World Peace going a long ways.
Meta. Beto.
Odom.
I'll say Odom. Cappy.
I'm going to say Meta.
Meta.
It was Ricky Williams.
Oh,
Came
we
in
all
second
missed
place.
it again.
San Diego's finest.
Yeah. Okay, still Cappy won, Beto won. Everybody's in this thing.
Good game.
Come on,
bro.
Beto.
Good game.
All right, number 4. Which NFL team was pictured as an a cappella group in Pitch Perfect 2? The Philadelphia Eagles, the Dallas Cowboys, or the Green Bay Packers?
Beto.
There was a Pitch Perfect 2?
Yeah, it was good.
It was
Really
actually
good.
really good.
Yeah, okay.
Love Pitch Perfect.
Yeah,
Phillies.
I'm a big Pitch Perfect guy. Say who? The
Eagles.
Phillies?
Oh, the Eagles.
Eagles, Cowboys, or Packers?
Eagles.
I'm going to say Packers. Cappy.
I'm also going to say Packers.
Packers and Bergman.
I think it's Packers.
It is the Packers.
It is.
Yeah.
So that means
We got a game here. We got a ball game.
We
I
have
don't even know
officially a tie, right? 1-1-1-1.
Wait,
Nope,
what's Pitch
nope.
Perfect?
I'm
Singers?
taking 2. I got 2.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you did. You're up 2-1 over the field.
All right, here we go. Number 5. Which show was Kobe not a guest star on? 30 Rock, Modern Family, or All That? Which show was Kobe Bryant not a guest star on?
It's back to me. I'll say Modern Family. Cappy.
Wait, what were the other 2 choices?
30 Rock, Modern Family, or All That?
I'm also going to say Modern Family.
Modern Family. Bergman.
I think all that wasn't on anymore at that point.
I don't even know what all that is.
Yeah, I never heard of all
Nickelodeon
that.
show is amazing. I'm gonna say all that.
All that
Actually,
and
that
It's,
actually
30
doesn't
Rock.
make sense.
Kobe, they filmed Lakers at Modern.
oh,
It
So
is
what-
30 Rock.
Yeah.
30 Rock. He never appeared, or he did appear.
Never on 30 Rock. Modern Family, they filmed the episode at Laker game.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Yeah, Sophia looked at me.
Okay, so Beto has
She did because I
tied
bumped,
the score,
bumped into
right?
her.
Yes.
Beto has tied the score. It's Cappy 2, Beto 2, Mason 1, Bergman 1.
All right, I got a couple now. First, the buzz in.
Okay,
Name
first
your
to buzz
buzzer.
in. Yep.
All right, here we go. Which athlete was first to appear on the TV show Fresh Prince of Bel-Air?
Mason. O.J. Simpson.
Cap.
Cap.
Shaquille O'Neal.
Wrong.
I was also going to say Shaq. Anybody?
I'm trying to think.
Give you want a hint?
No,
that's
hint.
not
You
fair
can't
to
do
give
hints.
hints.
Well,
No, not fair to
Three,
give
Greg,
hints.
Jim
Two,
Brown.
Wrong.
one.
He's an actor.
Eh.
Beto, anything?
The kid, Ken Griffey Jr.
Oh. All right.
These are very tough. I'm not good at this at all.
All right, first to buzz
So it's a
in.
terrible game.
Yeah. No, it's a good game.
No, they should be hard.
No, if Mason is not winning, it's terrible.
This is like a pitcher's duel. You know?
Who was looking for their tiger in the movie The Hangover?
Greg.
Mike Tyson.
Oh,
That's correct.
crap. I forgot it was buzz in. All right, so
All right.
That's on
Bergman
you.
2, Cappy 2, Beto 2, me 1.
How many we got here, Brian?
Two more.
All right,
Both
that's
buzz
important
in.
to know.
Okay.
Both buzz in.
All right. Who played Cameron Diaz's boyfriend
Greg.
in Greg?
Brett Favre.
Correct.
Bergman takes the
Favre.
lead.
Damn it.
I got one more here. Which athlete guest starred as himself in the movie Dodgeball?
Cap.
Cap.
O.J. Simpson.
Who was it on that?
Who was in Dodgeball?
I just tried
so
to
long.
chime in sooner than everybody
Mason.
else.
Mason.
Kareem.
Wrong.
Okay.
Beto, Shaq.
Wrong.
All right, I'm not going to guess, and I win.
Yeah, Bergman's got it.
Oh, that's weak.
Lance Armstrong at
Oh,
the end
Lance
of the movie.
Oh, that's
He
right.
gets paid
That's
before to come back.
right.
Damn.
Bergman gets the win.
So Bergman for the win.
Good job, Brian. Well
Thank you.
done.
Good game.
Good game.
Brian.
Well won by you, Bergie.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's a legit victory.
Dude, you feel sweating after that one. You had to work for that game.
It was. So,
Tough one.
so Beto, you're doing halftime and postgame. What are your expectations for the Lakers in Miami?
Hopefully they come out strong in the first quarter and change it up. If they don't, woo, Laker talk will be fun tonight.
Has it been spirited? Was it spirited after the Orlando game?
I was in Costa Rica hanging out with Cappy
I'm
people.
guessing after
Yep.
that game, probably there were some calls.
Oh, the Kamenetskis took him.
Oh, did the Kamenetskis do it?
The Cam
Yeah.
brothers do when I'm gone for boxing. So
Yeah.
Dude, everybody laughed at me last week, and I know it's a ridiculous concept, but
Narrow
it's,
it down.
But it's
Narrow it
still
down.
ridiculous. But go ahead and explain it again.
But here's what John said. Here's what John Ireland said. He said it's a bad idea for this reason, and the idea was don't play LeBron in the first quarter, so you have him for the entire fourth quarter. Now I know it sounds crazy, but hold on. John's answer was, well, the problem is that they're getting down by these big, they're getting
Correct.
into
They're
huge
not meeting
deficits.
the energy of the other team to
Right.
start games.
And
Yeah.
that's with LeBron on the floor.
correct.
So the idea is that if LeBron didn't play in the first quarter, instead of being down by 10, they'd be down by 25. I don't buy that. So I'm just saying, you got to have him for the fourth quarter, not the first
Right.
quarter.
Well, I mean, at this point, he's basically playing the first 6 minutes of the first three quarters and then the entire fourth quarter, which is 33 minutes.
Okay, so play him the last 3 minutes of the first quarter.
Why?
I'm just trying to come up
Oh,
with
so
ways
you're
to
saying
make sure you
don't
have him.
start him play? No, I think you've got to find a way to just meet the energy of the other team and come out hot. They've been in a ditch every single game. I don't think the answer is to sit LeBron to start games.
Okay, well, all I know is this, that on last week, when it was Wednesday, when they beat the Clippers,
Yep.
that win took a lot of energy to come back.
It did.
And to win that game, it was very exciting. But then you got a couple of days, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday, and you go on the road, and that's the performance against a team like Orlando. And I don't mean to knock Orlando, because they got some good young talent.
Sure.
But they should not be in the same league with the Lakers right now.
So, Cappy, you'll know how this goes. I've got to get out at 57:50, and I'm terrible at hitting the official out time.
Mace.
Will
20
they
seconds.
win tonight, Beto?
No.
Will they win tonight, Cappy?
Yes, they will.
And I agree. I think they will win tonight. They'll bounce back from that Orlando
Yeah,
loss.
they'll win.
Yeah, I think they'll win. All right. So tomorrow it's me and Momo. We will do a full show
Come on,
tomorrow.
Mace. 3,
Thanks to
2.
Sedano. Thanks to Cappy. See you tomorrow, 710 ESPN.